I will now do you a favor. Oh, okay! What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. Hey everyone, this is Hatebreeder, and welcome to Disturbed. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. That is unfortunate. For some time the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you? You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Go to the crops, go in the house, go in the shed. Let's go to the crops, man. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Follow the path, go into the pen, go back to the house. What is it? What is a pen, man? Follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Go into the cave. Let's see what's inside. Maybe a bear will eat me. There is a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly light found outside. Go further into the cave. Oh, there's the bear! Yep. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Fight the bear. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. Oh, what? Okay. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck, your body quickly goes limp, and you die. Thank you very much. Your adventure ends here. Scratch another off the list. Death achievement. Wow. Okay. But this time I'll go further down the path. Continue down the path. Okay. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Okay. Inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. Okay. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby, the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow, from what you recall. Maybe he is home. Inspect the shack. You walk toward the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. That is stupid, man. There's a door. Look at this. A basement door, man. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. Why is that? The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. Okay. I think this is a picture, a frame that has fallen behind the bed. And are these stairs inside such a small shack? Oh, okay. It's not a... Oh, I get it. This is not a basement door. It's this frame fallen down. Okay. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Inspect the book on the table. This book? Open the... It is a trapdoor. I was right. Leave the shack. First, I'll inspect the book. You pick up the book. Oh my god. Can I go back? Damn, I can't. No, I can. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I might thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Okay. Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. Oh God, okay. So he doesn't live here anymore. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Open the trapdoor. Yup. That is what intrigues me. You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Oh, what is that, man? Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. Talk to the woman. She doesn't have legs, man. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. Woman, you there? Let me out of here. You there? Okay. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please have mercy on me. Wow, man. This game keeps on going. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. I selected free the woman. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns toward you. I will now do you a favor. Oh, okay. What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. Oh my God, man. You feel a chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. The damsel in distress, another death achievement. Okay, so this time I will decline and see what happens, man. Because he is clearly not human. Decline. I will not. No, don't go. With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. Okay, you leave the shack as fast as you could. Damn, man. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Pick at the ground. What? Seem like stupid choices. I like naps though. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Oh wow, okay, that is a great image, man. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Go right? You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Go to the gate, inspect the tree, go back where the Inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. You look and see something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Press the knobs. Press the left. Okay, press the right knob. Okay, nothing happened. Press the middle knob. Nothing happened. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Press the left knob. Okay. So we have to figure out a combination, man. Okay, leave the tree. Restand, okay. Go to the gate. You approach the gate cautiously. Enter. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. There is a fountain before you with statues on your right and left. Enter the tower, inspect the fountain. Okay. And inspect the fountain. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain, as if it were calling for something. Inspect the statue on the left. What a beautiful statue, man! You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up toward the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. Inspect the statue on the right. Okay, before you stands an old angel statue that has broken in many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. Okay, so that was useless. Enter the tower. You approach the door. As you reach for the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. It must be some sort of magic. So we should just leave the area? Exit the gated area, man. Okay, so we have to go back. Go back with the path split, and now we should go left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Continue down the path, follow the trail in the grass. Let's follow the trail. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. Inspect the grave, man, of course. You approach the grave, you look at the sword with intrigue. Who the hell is this guy? Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. Don't kill me, man. You freeze before the apparition. The sword. May I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. Back away from the sword. Grab the sword. You reach for the sword before you can lay a finger on it. The spirit grabs your arm. And I'm dead. A sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. But what fragments remain fall to the ground. Your adventure ends here. A cursed blade. Great. What an achievement, man. He's giving me a quest to find a flower in the darkness. Back away from the sword, okay? You listen to the spectre and leave the sword. The figure fades out. What? The figure fades out where? Oh my god, man. Keep accidentally clicking on the wrong choice. Okay, so what did he say, man? Okay, I can't talk to him anymore. Continue on. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues onto your right. Continue along the trail. Inspect the lake, man. Obviously, always inspect whatever you find. You step near the lake and look down into it. What's that? Is that an egg? Resting underwater is an orb of some sort. Okay, it's an orb. Sitting on the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it. As if it were calling you out to you. Dive in? Of course, man, dive in. It seems safe. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way toward it. Oh, of course, a large fish comes into the view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You try to leap for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature, and now I'm dead. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. Don't need a fishing permit. Okay, this time I'll... Should I? Was there another choice in the lake? Continue along the trail. Let's just go forward. The faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Explore the field. Inspect the stone pillars, man. There's no question about it. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it. Something is meant to be placed there. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. So we have to find something to place here? The faint trail, okay. Explore the field. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. Oh wow, okay. As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest. But there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. The faint... Okay, so we have to go back, I think. Yep. Is there... Let's see if there's a way to pick up this orb, man. Dive and leave? Okay. No, now is probably not the time. There is no other option. You pause to see. Okay. So I think we have to go back. Go back to the grave. Go back and continue down the path. Yeah, okay. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There is a stone well near the path. Okay. Inspect the well. Obviously, you peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. Grab the coin. You lean over the edge of the well. There is no possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down along the inner wall of the well. Take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and you fall. Man, tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone walls with a single knock on the head. You lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly, and you're drowned without realizing it. Your adventure ends here. I love it, man. Oh, shiny death achievement. Keep dying. Okay, so let's inspect the well and don't pick up the coin. Okay, we can just leave. Continue on. Let's see what happens over here. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Continue across. You have come a long way and you don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely into the ill soil. I knew it, man. Darkness consumes you. You and your lungs struggle for air. Okay. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. It was all for nothing. Wow, man. I love it. So this time I have to go back, I guess. Go back. You realize that you must go back. There is no way to reach the city. Yeah. So now I think I have to go all the way back. Okay, so I die everywhere. Now this time I will go in the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Okay, this looks like a good place, man. Read in your journal. Lay in bed, open chest. Let's read the journal, man. Dear journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethan is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Okay. Dear journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment? Well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Okay. Open chest. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Can I read anything else? Nope, I can't. Lay in bed. Let's go to sleep, man. Just chill. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. What is this? A kite? You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach towards the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away, like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. What? Okay, you keep dying, man. Everything kills you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. So, every choice kills me. The only thing left is to go in the shed. I love the sound when you die. I love that sound effect they put in, man. It's so funny. You attempt to open the shed door, but the doors won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Okay, you can't go inside the shed. So let's go to the crops. I think I missed one option. This one. Go into the pen. Oh wow, okay, my cow is dead. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Grab a mushroom, inspect the water, of course, man. You inspect the water, looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Grab a mushroom. Oh! Yeah, I'm dead, man. That sound. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Those are some serious rooms. Nice! Best achievement ever, man. Okay, let's see what happens if I run away from the bear. Will he let me go? The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Oh no, yep, he killed me again. Will you make it to the trail? Then the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Your adventure ends here, of course, man. Okay, let's see if I continue on without inspecting the wagon. What happens, because I won't Pick up the key then. Inspect the shack. Just grab the bag. Okay. So I don't have a key. I can't go in. That's why I'm back at these options. Cross the bridge. Okay. So nothing special happens if I don't inspect the wagon. Let's see what happens if I pick at the grass. Last time I took a nap. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake before you can get up. Roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. Of course I'll die, man. You turn around to see a large angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left out from your body. Your adventure ends here. Nature will rise against you. Let's try to figure out the code. Press the left knob, middle knob, right knob. The knob's locking, but you wait for a moment, but nothing happens. Okay. Let's try to change the sequence. Middle, left, and then right. Still nothing. Middle, right, left.
1 hour later.
Press left, right, right. The knob. Oh, something happened, man. I've been trying for so long. Finally, you hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. Okay, finally, man. You find yourself with no evident way out but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. You see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? Go forward, go left, go right. Always go right first. The passageway divides before you. Where do you go? Go right. The passageway soon ends with an enlarged mushroom sitting in front of you, as a steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom. Inspect it. Of course, man. You walk toward the mushroom, as if there was something more than what meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step into the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom and you fall in. You reach to grab hold of the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. Of course, I will die, man. You lose your sight completely as the chilling water sends your body into a shock. Without any sense of touch and warmth, your lifeless body sinks into the darkness. Your adventure ends here. Figures, death achievement. Okay, so now we'll go right and select the left side. You walk forward into the dark, unsure of what lies beyond. 2 paths you may go. Which do you choose? Obviously right. What is this? A ship? As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake, with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Inspect the ship. Oh my god, wait. You cautiously walk down toward the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. That's not too bad, man. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of wood cracking under your feet. You feel this ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. I will die now. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. Oh, I didn't. From one room to another, you come to discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Inspect the drawers. You pull one out after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Inspect the oven. You see a lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fill the oven chamber. You close the oven door and we should move on now. You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. You make your way back to the deck and decide to continue your search. Again, you find nothing much but empty rooms left to remain in dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided? You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs in the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything. Other than the lamp and other objects, there is a small stack of papers in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. Loan document, stack of papers, loan document. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Stack of papers. Peering about the pages of this collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our second week away from home. Is it voyage? Okay, we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate the discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been just over 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of my favorite crew have passed on to the next life. I see the growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have been cut in half in fear that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, the sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come to roughly 3 months out here on the endless blue. With much pain we have turned around. Yes, we are headed for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. Okay. Seeing that there is a little left to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet clackle. Clackle as you exit the vessel? Okay. You make your way back to where the tunnel divides. 2 paths you may go. Go left. You move forward into the darkness. You see there are... What? Is this the same place, man? Go left. You move forward. Oh, okay, I'm back at this junction. Wait, let me confirm it. Yeah, this is the same place, man. I have to go back. Oh god, I think I messed up. Let's go back. Okay, so now I should move. I think I should go forward. You cautiously step forward into the darkness. Come to a divide. Which way do you go? Go right. You hear a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you. Oh, what is this, man? An eye appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and grip your body, and you die. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. You remember the knife you have found and struggle to bring it out. With success, you hold the knife and begin to cut away the appendages that bind you. The room vibrates as you do cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. Finally, man, this time it survived. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. You come to a divide. Which way do you go? I will go right still. Is Is this a dead body? The path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for quite some time. I knew it, man. It's a dead body. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. Oh, I have to give this flower to that spirit, that knight's spirit. For some reason you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. Surely this flower will ease the pain of the spectre. You approach the flower and carefully pluck it from the ground. There is something special about this flower. Yeah. Light continues to pierce through the darkness from an opening above. Surely this gives you some hope that all is not lost. Seeing that there is nothing else for you here, you turn around. Let's go to the left side now. I think this is the way back. Yep, it's the way back. Go left. You cautiously make your way through the darkness, as always. Come to a split. Go right. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually you make it into some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door, there being little to nothing in the room. You decide to move on through the doorway. Is this blood, man? I don't like this place. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place, man. Enter the door behind you. And door behind me? Isn't that where I came from? Inspect the supplies. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find some rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong to the touch and has minimal wear. You decide to take the rope. Okay. I think I can use the rope to grab that coin from the well. Enter the right door. You enter a small room. There is a large cauldron in the center of the room with wood resting beneath. There is nothing on the shelves, as if someone cleaned this place out. You look into the pot but find nothing in it. With nothing else to see, you exit the room. Enter the middle door. You enter a room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. I see something. It looks like a dead baby, man. You notice that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room. Oh, it's an animal. But from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with two cell doors. Oh! Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. You pull out the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. Yeah, he got me, man. The hound dashes at you and sinks its teeth into you. Even with the knife, you merely cut the beast before it knocks the knife out of your hand. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Your adventure ends here. Who's a good boy? I died in the middle door. So let's go to the left door now. Oh wow. You enter to a small with a large one. There are other objects in the room, but none of them interest you. Isn't this the door that I came in from? Enter the door behind you? Oh yeah, you walk up the steps. This is a new place. You enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust and spider web cover the walls and ceiling. Where should you go now? The far door, downstairs, go out. What? I came from downstairs, right? So I'll go upstairs. Discover what looks like a private library. There is a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. Browse the books, of course. You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Rituals of the Ancients, Deception by Music, A Forgotten Power. Flipping through the pages, there is one in particular that has ink markings all over it. Raw energy is a powerful substance. not to be trifled with. It is merely myth that such energies exist. One does not simply stumble upon a pillar of godly power. Even if such a fate is yours, bare hands cannot contain the force. It must be bent and channeled into a specially crafted vessel to carry it. There have been accounts across time of individuals possessing such power. Although they pass away as sand, their relics of power remain as powerful artifacts that nations around the world would fight for. Okay, deception by music. There is a bent page marking a section of the book. You turn to it. The art of charming is not necessarily limited to the instrument, but how the musician goes about playing given instrument. Some are definitely easier to use than others, and for a skill such as this, there are a few instruments recommended. The harp is one of these recommended instruments. From vicious dogs to shy unicorns, the soothing voice of the harp can calm the troubled heart. Of course, not all creatures can fall for this simple trick, but it can mean the difference between life and death in some situations. Wow, man, that was powerful. Rituals of the Ancients. You flip around until something grabs your attention. Pillars of stone. Years before current times, there were unique religious practices that revolved the Stonehenge. It is said that these stones are lined up in a special way and often organized in a circular pattern. Organizing the stones this way unlocks an ancient power researchers still have trouble understanding. In the middle of the circle would be a stone or two for the keystone to rest on. This is the great mystery of this ancient practice. From ancient records, it is written that the energies from the surrounding stones channel their power into the keystone. So I need to find the keystone, man. I found a Stonehenge on one of the paths. You stop reading because the next page of the book has been torn out. Okay, so time to leave now. Move forward. Oh, browse the books. Move forward. Let's go check out what's over here. You walk up more stairs. You pause as you notice a stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. There is something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution, you continue up the stairs. What is this, man? Is that a globe? You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let the light shine through. You notice that there is a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice that there is another passageway like the previous room. Open the chest, inspect the globe. You study the globe attached to the floor surface. The craft is made of metal and there is fine detail in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking of where you are, or Aramor. You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within the area, made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on other areas around the globe. Man, this game keeps on going. Open the chest. Approaching the chest, you notice there is a lock fastened to it. With no key to unlock the chest, you decide to leave it alone. Now I have to find another key. Continue forward. You climb the stairs to find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the stairway is a hatch. Open hatch. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. I didn't like that sound, man. You have made it to the top of the tower. Before you is a stone of power resting upon an altar of rock. Okay. Dark vines have entangled the structure as if they were feeding off the energies of the stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy. Destroy the stone. This may be your only chance. You approach the stone and grasp onto it. And now you die. You lose sight and feeling immediately as your hands become glued to the stone. Yeah, there we go, man. Your life is drained from your body. Only bones remain to testify of your death. Okay, your adventure ends here. You have no power here. Ha! I knew it, man. Okay, let's leave the stone this time. You turn and begin to exit through the hatch. To your surprise, you find it difficult to focus. You suddenly fall down through the hatch. It closing behind you. You hit on your head and tumble down the stairs like a rag doll. With a broken neck, you struggle to live, only to die moments later. Wow, man. Your adventure ends here. Of course. Okay, so I think we have to find a key for the chest. But right now we can't do anything here, so let's go back. You make your way down the stairs. You discover what looks like. Okay, this is the same place. Go downstairs. This time I will go outside the far door. The door struggles to move, but you enter into what appears to be a spider's den. The air is thick and the room is a mess of web and body parts. You notice that there are a couple of items in the room that could be useful. If nothing else, there is a key on the ground that you will no doubt need. Oh, okay! Before you can even act, a large spider falls from above. You have no doubt that it is hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. You pull out your knife and stab the spider when you can. Unfortunately, the knife doesn't scare the spider and it bites you with ease. And I'm dead. You begin to lose feeling all over your body and everything goes black. Your adventure ends here. Sam doesn't save you in this story. Wow. Okay, so I have to leave this place. I have to go to the spectre, that knight's spirit. I have to give him the flower that I found. Inspect the grave. Hey man, I have that flower for you. Oh, what? The spirit grabs the flower from your hand as you extend it to him. You feel a subtle breeze blow by as the figure fades away with the flower. A faint whisper dances about the air. I am free at last. You feel a sense of relief within you, and you reach for the sword. You now wield this special sword. Okay, so now can I fight off that monster in the lake? Let's try it out. What happens, man? You grab your sword and hold it close, pointed at the fish. The fish swims at you with haste. Just as it gets in range, you thrust the sword into the top of the mouth. The sword penetrates and goes through the forehead of the fish. It struggles about in pain as blood filters through the water. You pull the sword out and the fish retreats out of sight. You doubt it will live long. With the fish no longer a threat, you make your way to the orb. There we go, holding it in your hands. You feel it vibrate as if there is energy inside it, trying to break loose. This must be important. You exit the lake with the orb in your possession. Now I know what I have to do. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. Okay. I have to, use it over here. Inspect the stone pillars. You stand before the large stones. Okay. You remember the orb you found on the floor of the lake nearby. You place the orb into the slot carved into the central rock. The stones that surround you begin to glow. The light radiates and grows brighter. With a flash of light, your surroundings change. What is happening? The ground no longer is grass. The newly discovered floor appears to be very old, as if crafted by somebody long ago. Rubble and stone near the edges of the platform also hint that this is an ancient place. Looking onward, at the end of the pathway is a fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end, an endless power steadily flowing. You are amazed at such a sight. Approach the light. The light intrigues you and you walk toward it. I will die. Rays of light brush about you as if they are seeking to break away from its home. You feel the energy flow into you, but you struggle to contain it. Your body begins to glow immensely and you burn from the inside out. Yeah, I'm dead. You are blinded by the flow of power and you dissolve before it. Your body becomes disintegrated by the light. Your adventure, unfortunately, ends here. The light shall burn you. So, I think I have to leave. Now, seeing what secrets these stones contain, you know you can come back at a later time. Okay. Now, I'll try to... I think I can fight the spider now. And pick up the key in the room. Okay, without hesitation, the spider attacks. You pull out your sword and stab the spider as it lunges at you. Over and over again, you stab the monster. Each time it squeals in pain. The spider flees into the darkness overhead. You hear it motioning about, possibly to strike again. You notice the key on the ground close by your feet. Before more trouble happens, you quickly grab the key and make it for the door. There we go. You feel you got what you need. There is no reason to go back in that room again. Okay, I bet the key is for the chest. That was upstairs. I move forward. Um, yeah, there's the chest. Open the chest. Approaching the chest, you notice there is a lock fastened to it. With the key you found earlier, you try it out on the lock. The lock clicks loose, and you open the chest. You discover a small wooden harp resting on linen cloth. You take the harp and close the chest. Okay, so I read something about a harp in one of these books. Deception by music, yeah. Let's see what we have to do here. The harp is one of these recommended instruments, from vicious dogs to shy unicorns. Oh, okay. I think I don't have to read anymore. I saw the unicorn in that open field. I have to go there now. I'm going to inspect the well. I picked a rope before, so I think I will be able to grab the coin. Pull out the rope you found earlier and fasten it to the well. There we go. You climb down with ease and obtain the coin. You struggle to pull yourself up and out of the well, but you do so successfully. You then loosen the rope and store it away. You feel somewhat satisfied that you are one coin richer. Okay, go back. I think the field was on this side. Yeah, explore the field. As if a trick, wait. Unsure what is going on? You think of a way to tame the beast. You suddenly remember the harp you found earlier. With the harp in hand, you pluck the strings. There we go. The soothing calm comes over you as you listen. The unicorn comes into view and stops before you. The unicorn glares at you, and you begin to hear a faint voice in your head. Human, have ear for my words. A great evil has gripped these lands, and it has rendered me powerless. You must find some way to stop it. I wish I could help you, but without my full power, I can do little. The fate of this land depends on you. Before you could speak, the unicorn turns and runs off again. You realize that you are alone to complete this quest of yours. This is no longer without saving your farm. You must save the whole land from the spreading darkness. You turn back as you question what you should do next. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is blackened. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain, as if it were calling for something. You pull out the coin and you found... Oh, wow, okay. You pull out the coin you found and toss it into the water of the fountain. The coin disappears with a subtle splash. The water then fizzles for a moment, quickly returning to a lifeless state. Surely this must mean something. What does it mean, man? Okay, so... by dissolving the coin in the water, I can just enter the tower now. Okay, so... oh, I can enter... I can fight that dog now! I remember that hound. Okay, the beast doesn't look very vicious. You pull out the harp and begin to pluck at the strings. Oh, okay. The hound begins to wag its tail. I thought I had to fight it. To your surprise, the beast walks away, as if it were charmed by the harp. You never gave it much thought, how powerful music can be. Cell door on right. You enter the cell on the right. You see a wooden table on its side, some debris on the floor, and a large hole in the corner of the room. Seeing nothing special, you motion toward the hole. You discover a passageway underground. Man. Unfortunately, all you can see is fallen rock blocking the way through. Seeing that there is little you can do, you go back where you came. Okay, cell door on left. You open the door to find a skeleton positioned in the corner of the room. There is also bed and some chains attached to the wall. You have no doubt this individual was locked up for a long time. Inspecting the skeleton, you notice a ring on one of the bone fingers. Wow, nice ring, man. There is a faint glow of light emanating from the ring, as if it were magical. You may find such a ring useful. You take the ring and put it on with a perfect fit. Okay, seeing that there is nothing of interest here, you leave the cell. Okay, let's see if we can approach the light now with the ring. The special ring, man. Yeah, you remember the ring you have found and point it toward the light. Your hand trembles as light flows into it. Before you can think, the ring begins to burn and you stumble back. Light shines brightly from the ring. You notice a subtle warmth to it as you observe. You feel that you accomplished what you must do here. You pick up the orb. Okay. I think I can fight the stone now. Destroy the stone? You stretch forth your fist and point the ring at the stone. Thank you very much. You can feel a resistance, as if the stone is trying to defend itself. You try to keep hope and focus on the ring. A burst of light shoots out from the ring, penetrating the stone. You feel the very air shake about. The ground beneath your feet begins to vibrate. The ring becomes heavier to hold in place, but you know that it is working. You feel confidence, and a sense of joy sweep over you. The light intensifies, nearly blinding you. The ground beneath you shakes violently, as if the tower itself was trying to stop you. What little fear in you becomes powerless as you focus on your task. Everything goes white, blinding you completely. A weird sensation comes over you, and you feel as light as a feather. You begin to feel a tingling sensation all over your body as you hone your senses. The feeling suddenly flees your body, and you find yourself motionless. Everything is cold, and your ability to concentrate begins to leave you. You open your eyes, witnessing what is left of the tower. You begin to feel something. Warmth. Light. It is coming back. You lack the strength to talk as the unicorn comes into view. Light emanates from the horn on its head. All you can do is smile as the creature approaches. The light intensifies. You may have saved the land, but the unicorn has come to save you. Your adventure does not end here. All unicorns and rainbows? Oh god, man. I finally did it, man. I saved the land, and the unicorn saved my life. Finally. This game, man. Wow. It kept on going. Finally, it had a happy ending because I kept dying on every choice, man. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.